Real hip hop coming through your speaker. This how it's supposed to sound. Real hip hop coming through your speaker. This how it's supposed to sound. Real hip hop coming through your speaker. This how it's supposed to sound. Real hip hop coming through your speaker.
Hey y'all, it's me, MeganA'Nya, and happy Juneteenth, y'all. Even though I'm posting this a little behind, like 2 days behind, it's still happy Juneteenth. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm proud and I'm black. Y'all, this one's for the blacks. This one's for all the black Americans. Because not saying our islanders don't celebrate Juneteenth because we are, from the motherland, but still, black Americans, this one's for us. This one's for the long time that we spent in history, and this is for our ancestors. So happy Juneteenth. So it's a lot of controversial topics that I'm going to get into today. Don't judge me. Don't argue with me. These are my opinions. You know what I'm saying? This is my thoughts. This is my podcast, and this is my Juneteenth, and this is how I'm spending it. So, yeah. Straight topics that I don't want to hear no controversy if you ain't black, really. So, one, I had a very controversial experience at work, and this foreign lady just said something very controversial and basically said, like, one of my co-workers was being emotional and just trying to essentially say she's being an aggressive black woman with her tone, because she was being herself, nothing out of the ordinary, just explaining to her how coupon work, and this foreign lady is telling her she's being emotional, maybe she had a bad day or something, and that really rubbed me the wrong way. And it's just so much that's going on in the world. The world is uprising again with a race war, with political views and people getting comfortable. And really, it's just getting worse and worse. But these are my takes on my opinions and my perspectives. So that whole controversy with the lady just made me see how not only do the colonizers be against blacks in America, but other coloreds who are foreign come to America and have preconceived notions of blacks and are just as rude as the colonizers. So that's something I experienced firsthand and that I've never experienced before. So that was something. Another thing I want to get into that's controversial is because I'm from the 803, and that boy got killed by the Asian man, and all the online social media controversy with the Asian community against the black community. And quite frankly, I don't appreciate it, because I've worked for the Asian community and I understand their culture perspectives. I understand some of their tactics and their beliefs, but to say all these things like, oh, we're going to take our businesses out of you guys' communities. Please go put a hair store in Japan and sell the same hair products that you're selling to black people and see if anybody buy it. Please take your food, because quite frankly, colonizers still eating out of Panda Express. They're not even eating China One and all this hibachi and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all that is unnecessary. He was dead wrong for chasing that 14-year-old boy down and shooting him. Dead wrong. There's nothing no community can say that can justify that wrong action. Period. I don't care what nobody say. But to passively feel the need to, oh, we can do this, we have access to do this, like you have any more leverage in America than black people do. It's just ignorant. Because quite frankly, like I've heard on other podcasts, when there was a Vietnam War, the colonizers attacked y'all. Black people didn't attack y'all. The colonizers don't come into your stores and shop and put no money into your households. Who do that? Although, yes, we need the hair products and y'all get it in, we should be working together. We should be flipping it together in the land of the free when it's all against all of us, except the colonizers. It's not working in nobody's favor. So belittling another minority group to uplift your minority group is just quite frankly disgusting. And that's just my take, and I'm going to leave it at that. Then they say, well, blacks are against blacks. Blacks can't be against blacks when the system made us to be against each other. They play us like lab rats, and you got two different type of people in the world. And I'm going to say the N-word all up through this EP because, yeah, you got two different type of niggas in this world. You got one nigga that's going to do the right thing, and then you got one nigga that's going to do what his environment expects him to do. You got one nigga that's going to play sports and do the right thing and go on and put his mind to doing something productive and go to college and all this. And then you got the next nigga that's going to pick up drugs and pick up bad habits and pick up the easy money and what the environment produces and pumps out for that man to do. They play us like pawns. Even though y'all have watched the movie They Clone Tyrone. They place things in our environments like they say, oh, they got their hair stores in their hoods. Okay, because unfortunately, black people are the biggest consumers in America. Our group is the biggest consumers. Unfortunately, because the system made it that way, conquer and divide. Slave history. They say black Americans don't have no culture. That's something I heard too. Black Americans don't have no culture, but slave culture, American history is our culture. We are the culture. Foreign colors will not be allowed in the freedom of the land, quote unquote, without the protesting of my ancestors, the lives lost, the kids lost, since slavery, civil rights, all throughout history till this day. Blacks can't be against blacks when the system is against us. Losing our family members to the system, losing our fathers to the system, dead or alive, dead or institutionalized, losing our big homies to the system, people who stand in for, it takes a village, sending our village to the system, making our women overly independent. This is all from slave history. Causing dysfunction in our household is rooted from slavery, y'all. Whoopings, do as I say, not as I do. All these things come from the master. And we incorporate these things while we're raising our children, which causes resentment, which we have towards the colonizers, but we have it in our own households, and now it's causing conflict, which produces what we get as the system. Nowadays, instead of slave culture, we got police brutality. The master is just in a new uniform. And not all police are bad, but majority of them have uprooted intentions. A colored foreigner will be nothing, obtain nothing in America. They ain't like black people, we all separated. Trump don't, and not to get real political, but Trump don't even recognize Spanish people as human beings, just like they did with slaves. Juneteenth is the day the slaves were free and considered human beings. We had rights as people. We were property. We was a piece of land, a piece of property to be bred like an animal, to be beat like an animal, to be coerced with no self-thinking, critical thinking, to be stripped from all humanity as a select group of people. Juneteenth is not just what people try to belittle it to be. Our president made it not a federal holiday anymore. Still didn't go to work on Juneteenth. And you know, it's hard to feel bad for like people who are Trump 2026 or Spanish for Trump or blacks for Trump, because what's happening to us what's happening to a lot of the Spanish community has been happening to slaves and black people since slavery. So it's just like, I'm not talking down on foreigners or anything, because this is the land of the free. This is, you know, what everybody desires, freedom. Nobody has more freedom than people in America. But don't belittle black people in America because you came over here and fought a different fight than we did. We came in, we fought a fight, and we didn't even ask to be here. We were born into the fight. So everybody fighting for their own reasons, so let's not belittle each other, but march together and stick together within our own individual fights, but technically and essentially fighting for all the same things. And then it's just like, why are we surprised that these things are happening? Quite frankly, why are we still protesting? Why are we still out there screaming, hooting, and hollering? Just stop consuming. Stop putting your money where the madness is. They don't care about your word of mouth. They care about the money in the economy. If sales drop, if money stop flowing because you disagree and we actually make a change as people with the access that we do have a change, they don't care about you protesting. They ain't never cared about no protesting. They don't do nothing but send the police to round you up and put you in the system. I done lost so many people to the system, to my heart. I lost half of me to the system of just dear broken adolescents, black children growing up in misfortunate environments, ending up becoming the product of said environment and enduring misfortunes in their future, which leads their children to be misfortunate. What? Like, what are we talking about? We are the culture. We are the history. All America is stolen history. Stolen culture. One big melting pot, because it is take. Incorporate. Granted, it's 2026. Not all colonizers are bad people. I done met some cool white people. And not all foreigners or anything, you know, I'm not speaking bad on no other minority group. But educate yourself, black, foreign, white. At the end of the day, the monks are walking for peace, and it's 2026. And we're still having race wars. Racism is taught. Racism is taught hatred. Look at your heart posture and face that. Because I can't change the color of my skin. Y'all can't help but to be white or foreign. So it's all about your personality and your subconscious and your inside, regardless of how I look on the outside. Because it's out of my control, so why hate me for it? And vice versa. Why hate each other for the things that we cannot control, but why not execute greatness to obtain what we deserve, what we are equal and really entitled to, and fighting back for all the things that are trying to be erased. And let me not even sugarcoat it, y'all. History is like going backwards in our eyes, and we are not seeing anything but what's on TikTok. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that they're taking black books and black history out of schools. Nobody paying attention that they taking the laws where jobs can deny you for your race again. Nobody's paying attention to all these rules and regulations, like Juneteenth not being a federal holiday no more, because nobody's voting, nobody's making a change, nobody's saying anything, nobody's putting forth no effort to seek the better things. We're all consuming and being a part of the product. You got two different type of niggas. You got one who's gonna make a change and one who gonna follow. Which way you gonna be? It's Juneteenth, and this is for the people. This is for everybody, my black kings, my black queens. You matter. You matter to me. Our children matter. Our education matter. Our history matter. Our culture matter. Our culture before American culture matters. All the things that they bring from Africa, the motherland, the history, literally the Renaissance ages was redoing everything that was black and turning it white. Kings and queens, pictures of the Mona Lisa, repainting skin tones, chopping off noses of the pyramids. Let's talk about all of these things. We're black. The Bible, hair like sheep wool, skin of bronze, in like image of who? Me. Who that sound like? Children of the sun. Take back your power. Educate yourselves. Grow. Don't stay stagnant. Don't stay stagnant and ignorant. Educate yourself. Be passionate about it. Yes, it's nothing that you can necessarily do overnight to change it, but still stand 10 toes in what your rights are. Know your rights. Know what you are taught as black people. No matter how many white people you hang around, no matter what white school you went to, you are black. When you get pulled over, you are black. When you are seen first by any of these people. And for those who I can't see color, it's inevitable. When you look at me, I'm black, and you're not this skin tone. Whether it matters or not, now that's on you. But you can't say that you don't see it because you're not blind. So again, racism is taught. It's taught hatred. And that is against everything we've been talking about within these last 19 days. That's against everything we've been talking about. Peace, love, joy, self-control, gentleness. How is that? Racism ain't nowhere on the fruits of the spirit. So be proud in your blackness. Be proud in the things that we do, our food, our dancing, our culture, our clothes, our swag, our energy, our excellence, our athleticism, our wisdom, our determination, our hustle, our drive. The fact that we can change our hair, we can change our swag, we can change our, you know what I'm saying? We can change our looks, everything. I wouldn't want to be nothing else but black. This ain't for nobody but black people. Juneteenth had me acting up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all, that's this EP for tonight. That's the last EP for the night. I also want to talk about sexism in different cultures because I am a woman. I'm a black woman. I'm black and I'm a woman. Those are two different struggles and fights. But it's crazy how like overseas, the small things we take for granted in America, and y'all gotta be stern and on top of these things. Overseas, women can't even talk or be seen or be heard in public. And we fought for women's rights, so I gotta pay attention to all the rules and laws that are being undone and all the political decisions that are being made, because that affects our freedom and that affects our growth as people and as economy that affects us as an economy. Y'all, I'm sleepy. It's 2:30 in the morning, but this is the last EP for the night, and I'm gonna drop 3 in the morning, and I'm gonna be all caught up, and we're gonna stay on the road with the EPs. But yes, this is the Juneteenth one. I'm black. I love everything about being black. Black schools, black parents. You know, some of the black parent rules could be changed. I could agree with that. But I wouldn't want to be nobody else but me and wake up in no other skin but mine. And I also want to talk about colorism within our own communities and like light skins versus dark skins and all that extra nonsense. It doesn't matter. If you are, oh, I don't like dark skins, or oh, I don't like light skins, why does it matter? We all black. The only time it kind of matters if your mama was white. Then you kind of like raised by the colonizer. Now let me stop. But for real, nobody's superior than nobody. But just know we are the chosen ones. And be proud of that. Be proud of who you are. Be kings. Walk with your head held high. And know that you are hated for being so powerful and true to your true self. And your melanin glows and connects with the sun and allows everything to grow around you. And you vibrate and they hate it. So be strong. For my black women, be strong as you bear children and lead generations and support men. We got to be kind to each other. We got to be kings and queens to one another. Take care of your queen. Take care of your king. Take care of each other. Because without us, we ain't got nobody. Because everybody against us. So we against each other, then what the, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got no point or no purpose. So, that's all that matters. Stay true to you. Be proud. Be thriving black families. Let's bring back black love. Let's bring back black families. You know, let's bring back black excellence, black education, black empowerment, Black Panthers, black movements, black businesses. It's 2026. We got more access to stuff now. Let's do it big. We doing all the wrong stuff, y'all. We being influenced by these screens. And we got no mind of our own and no passions for real. We ain't sticking together. We just following trends and tearing each other down if you can't keep up. That's no way to live. But yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. My Black Lives Matter is 2026. It's God's world, not Trump's. And I stand 10 toes on what I believe and what I think. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Good night, y'all.